In a few days, a ticker goes live on the NASDAQ. SPCX. A company valued at $2 trillion, the most anticipated IPO in financial history. And right now, millions of people around the world have already decided they're going to buy, without really knowing why. SpaceX, the IPO everyone wants a piece of, and probably the most psychologically dangerous financial event for everyone who doesn't understand what's actually happening. But here's the question no one is asking. Not the financial press, not the investment YouTubers. Why do you want it? You'll see 1,000 videos this week telling you how to buy SPCX, which broker, when to place the order, what price to target. I'm going to ask you a different question. Not because SpaceX is incredible. I mean, what actually happens inside your head when you imagine buying a SpaceX share in a few days? Because the answer to that question will teach you more about financial markets and about yourself than any investment tutorial ever will. I'm going to walk you through 4 psychological mechanisms that explain why the biggest IPOs in history create mass phenomena and mass losses. And the 4th one is probably already running inside you right now while you watch this video. Stay with me, because by the end, your answer to that question is going to be very different. A company called theglobe.com goes public. On its first day of trading, the stock rises 606%. In a single day. People weren't buying a company, they were buying a story. Nobel Prize economist Robert Shiller has a term for this: narrative economics. The idea that stories, myths, and narratives have real economic power. They move billions. They move entire generations. Elon Musk is perhaps the most efficient narrative economics engine alive today. He doesn't sell rockets. He sells the idea that humanity can become multiplanetary. He doesn't sell electric cars. He sells the idea that you, by driving a Tesla, are saving the planet. He doesn't tweet. He performs the character of the man the system is trying to silence. 3 different products, 3 different industries, 1 single mechanism. And when you want to buy SPCX in a few days, you're not buying 0.0000001% of an aerospace company. You're buying the right to say you're part of the mission. That's mechanism number 1, the founder myth, and it works even when you know it's happening. But here's what almost no one realizes. The day of the IPO, millions of people will place an order, and the vast majority will make the exact same mistake. Not because they're stupid, not because they didn't do their research, because mechanism number 2 is invisible to the human brain by design. This mechanism, SpaceX used it deliberately for 24 years to engineer exactly the moment we're living right now. And the scale of what they built is almost impossible to comprehend. There's a classic study in social psychology. 2 groups, same object, same quality. Group A, told it's available everywhere. Group B, told it's rare, limited, accessible to very few. Group B values it more. Every time, same object, different perceived value. SpaceX stayed private for 24 years. 24 years during which you could not buy this stock. Billion-dollar funds could, employees could, early investors could, you couldn't. That was not an oversight, that was not caution, that was a strategic decision designed to manufacture desire at scale. 24 years of exclusion, 24 years of watching others get access you didn't have, 24 years of compounding FOMO, layered year after year, like psychological interest. And now the door opens, and all that accumulated desire materializes simultaneously into buy orders. Before SpaceX went public, it was worth X in your mind. After 24 years of manufactured exclusion, it's worth 3 times that, not because the company changed, because you changed. But here's what makes this mechanism truly terrifying. Knowing it exists doesn't neutralize it. Feeling the desire while knowing it was manufactured is still feeling the desire. Wait. Everything we just looked at, the founder myth, the 24 years of manufactured scarcity, that's what the markets want you to feel before you hit buy. The reality is darker. Mega IPOs don't create wealth, they transfer it. From early investors, funds, insiders, to people exactly like you, arriving on day one with years of accumulated FOMO and a brokerage app already open. The excitement you feel right now, that excitement is the product. You are not the investor. You are the exit liquidity. And this is where we enter the real subject. Because mechanism number 3 explains why intelligent, rational people make catastrophic financial mistakes on the exact day of an IPO like this one. Behavioral finance researchers have documented a recurring pattern. A stock often hits its highest price on the very day of its IPO, not after, the day it opens. Because for years, desire accumulated in silence. And the day the stock becomes accessible, all of it materializes into simultaneous buy orders. The price explodes, and then it falls. Facebook, first day high, months of decline after. Uber, same pattern. Lyft, Snapchat, WeWork, every single one, the first day price was the peak for months, sometimes years. Remember the Globe.com, 606% on day one. By 2001, the stock was worth less than $1. Now, SpaceX is targeting a $2 trillion valuation. For context, that's more than the entire global aerospace industry combined. Boeing, Airbus, Lockheed, Raytheon, all of them combined. Does that reflect the reality of a company that reported net losses of $4.9 billion in 2025? Or does it reflect 24 years of accumulated desire? Here's the formula. Peak hype pricing equals legitimate company value plus desire premium. And the desire premium is real. It moves markets. It destroys savings accounts. And it peaks exactly on day one. This is the most dangerous mechanism of all. And I want to be honest with you for a second. When I was building this file, documenting every mechanism, running the numbers, I caught myself wanting the stock, not for the return, for something else. There are stocks we want to buy not because they're profitable, but because of what owning them says about us. Holding SPCX means you believe in the future of humanity. It means you support radical innovation. It means you're part of a visionary elite. You're not investing anymore. You're buying membership. And when a financial decision becomes an identity decision, the brain switches off its analytical circuits. You stop calculating a return. You start defending a belonging. Criticize SpaceX to someone who holds the stock, and you're not criticizing a company. You're attacking who they are. This is where the tribal mechanism activates. Every critique becomes an attack. Every skeptic becomes an enemy. Every short seller becomes someone who doesn't understand the vision. The tribe forms before the IPO. The tribe defends the position after the IPO, even as the price falls, even as the losses mount. Remember what I told you at the beginning? Even when you know it's happening. This is why. Because identity doesn't respond to logic, it responds to belonging. And SpaceX, Elon Musk, built a tribe before he built a ticker. That's why intelligent people lose money on IPOs they loved. They weren't making a financial decision, they were making an identity decision with their savings account. At the beginning of this file, I asked you a question. Why do you want it? In a few days, SPCX goes live. Millions of people will place orders. And now that you know the 4 mechanisms, the founder myth, the manufactured scarcity, the peak hype pricing, the identity asset, has your answer changed? Is SpaceX a great company? Probably. Is the day of the IPO the right moment to buy? That's a completely different question. And now you have the tools to ask it correctly. Because these 4 mechanisms don't only apply to SpaceX, they apply every time markets build noise around a name. The next OpenAI IPO, if it ever happens. The next token that's going to change the world. The next founder with a mission. The next anything. You now have a name for what you feel. Narrative economics, manufactured desire, peak hype pricing, identity as asset. And naming a mechanism is the first step toward not being controlled by it. The real question isn't whether to buy SPCX. The real question is, next time you want a stock because it's incredible, are you investing? Or are you buying an identity? If this file taught you something about yourself as much as about markets, that's exactly what we do here. We take the things everyone's watching and we dig into the psychology underneath. Because the four mechanisms we just mapped, founder myth, manufactured scarcity, peak hype, identity as asset, they don't only operate in financial markets, they operate in any collective belief, any narrative people accept without questioning it, any tribe that forms around a name. Next file. The secret psychology of conspiracy theorists, why intelligent, rational people believe things everyone around them rejects, the same mechanisms, a different terrain. And spoiler, by the end of that file, you'll wonder if you're one of them. If this file opened something in the way you see markets, subscribe. Not because we make finance videos, because we make psychology videos about the things finance pretends to explain. Every week, a new file. Every file, a new mechanism. Every mechanism. One more reason to think for yourself. File closed.